curator, MC, father, legendary spoken word artist. He goes by Jeronimo Speaks. How you feeling, man?
I'm good. I'm good. Feeling blessed. You know what I mean? Just got back in the shop. Yesterday, no, 2 days ago, and just enjoying being back at the crib. You know.
Man, thanks for coming on. I appreciate you. So we're gonna jump right into it. So how was your performance in Vegas at the Right About Now Poetry Open Mic Night? How was that performance? Describe that experience for
Well,
us.
that's actually coming up October 25th, I believe. That's in
Yeah.
Vegas. So I was booked for Vegas for something else. It was an event, anniversary show. So it was super dope that they brought me down there, and then I got brought back down again for an open mic event. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Okay.
it was good. It was the people down there. They love the art of poetry. You know what I mean? So it was good energy. You know what I mean?
For sure, that's dope, man. So you a legendary spoken word artist, man. You move around a lot. So what inspired you to get into spoken word and what made you fall in love with it?
Well, actually, I kind of was pushed into spoken word. I was doing hip hop at first. I was rapping, and I met this king by the name of DJ Sluggo. He like an international, DJ, and I was trying to rock with him. I was trying to put me and my guys on the hip hop tip, like on the rapping tip. But he had heard some of my spoken word, and he told me like, "Hey, I'm only gonna rock with you if you do the spoken word." And then I was like, "But I'm trying to get me and my mans and I'm gonna rock with us, put us on your mixtapes or something." And he was like, "Nah, bro, I can't do it." He like, "Man, there's something in me that's saying you need to do spoken word, and take that more serious." And he was right. As soon as I started doing it instantly, like my whole life changed. You know what I mean? And of
For
course,
sure.
I had a passion for it. You know what I mean? That's why I wrote it. But when I went into the serious stuff in my life, you know, different. You know?
That's fire, man. Cause Angle, you dope, man. Like every time I look up, you got something going on, another event. So you got something going on. You're very consistent with it. So what impact are you trying to have, like as a spoken word artist, when it's all said and done, like when
Well,
the
I'm
curtains
trying to.
close?
Well, well, I like to say I'm trying to put my last name first. You know what I mean? I'm trying to leave something, leave an impact on this earth that my daughter can get off of. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to build generational wealth and legacy. You know, I'm trying not to taint the artist. A lot of distractions out here, especially when you're traveling or you featuring in headlining places. And I'm trying to stay true to the art. Like trying to I'm from the low end projects, 21st and State Street, you know what I mean? And grew up, never knew my father. You feel me? Went down the wrong path a time or two. You feel me? And I'm just trying to do it so I can affect people that was in my situation. When I was there, when I was in the streets or just trying to figure out a way, for guys. You know what I mean? So, it's a lot of people do it. So those is coming up with those that you can bring out, but also I'm trying to do something.
I can't. I'm trying to do the interview. I can't really hear what you're saying. It sounds like you kind of
Oh,
far away from the phone a little bit.
okay. Okay, cool, cool. All right, is that better?
Yeah, it sound way better. Yeah, it sound better for sure.
All right. Yes, sir.
For sure.
So yeah, I was saying like I'm trying to basically leave something for my daughter, you know what I mean, to be able to live off of. But I'm also like the duality of it is I'm trying to affect the people coming up. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure that the people that used to be where I was at, you know what I mean, when I was coming up in the streets, never knew my father, never had, you know what I'm saying, never had no real guidance or role models. I want them to be able to see me and be like, oh, I can make it, you know what I'm saying, or do things or change my life around. But also, I want to leave a legacy. I want to leave generational wealth. I want to do all that for my own daughter, so she don't have to go through some of the things that I've seen.
Okay, I feel that, man. That's definitely real, man. Like I said, man, you're very consistent, man. I see you do a lot of events, a lot of performances. You got a dope message. You make a lot of pieces. You got dope lyrics.
Yeah.
You a lyricist. So what's your favorite piece that you wrote so far and why?
I mean, they always say your latest is your greatest, right? I did this piece called Free Smoke, and it's talking about Chicago, right? You know what I mean, where I'm from. I like to perform that. It's like it's bar heavy and it's full of like, it's full of performance, you know what I'm saying, and it's teaching at the same time. You feel me?
Okay,
So,
that's dope. That's dope. That's
there's
dope.
that.
That's fire. So, like I said, you did a lot of performances, millions of performances. You've been all over the United States. You've been in Vegas, Atlanta, Chicago, all over the shot. Like, what's been your favorite performance so far, and why? If you could just pick one out of all those that you.
I would say DC. I performed. I performed in DC at this for this organization called Jack and Jill on the Hill, and I performed with like Michelle Obama, Tamika Mallory, Mike Son, just a bunch of different activists out there. Like, you know what I'm saying. So, and then the kids, it was super dope. Like, we was the kids, they rushed the stage and was getting my autograph and following me and all that other stuff. Like, it was good. It was good energy. I definitely was appreciative of it. You know what I mean?
For sure, that's
So,
dope. That's definitely dope, man. That's fire, man. Like since you've been doing it for so long, man. Like I said, you've been doing it for so long, and you've been
mhm.
consistent, and you've been performing all over the city and all over the United States. Like, what advice would you give to like a younger poet trying to start off? Like, what advice would you give them?
Well, when I came into like the spoken word scene, it was like heavy hitters. It was just like the mic would be filled up with just dope artists. You know what I mean? Or whatnot. It's for the Can you have a chest? Yeah, you guys are more. That's my daughter. She she like, Dad, can I have some chips? Go ahead and get some more. All right, so when I came on the poetry scene, like it was like jam packed with dope, amazing artists, and I like to believe I'm one of the dopest. But like back then, I had a lot of growing to do. I had to like kind of fine tune my pen. I had to work on my performance, and there was a lot of artists out that was already there. You feel me? And it was like kind of cutthroat too. Like you could go to an open mic, be the first one on the list, and maybe not get depending on who show up, you may not get called at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so I had to work hard to try to be one of those ones that do get called or do get asked for a feature. And so, to the newer artists that's coming, one of the things that I feel like on top of practice on top of practice was consistency. You feel me? Like I never stopped. So a lot of the dope artists that was out here when I first came on the scene, life started happening for them. It became harder. They started going through some stuff, and then they were like, "Oh, I'm gonna just take a break, or I'm gonna walk away, or I'm gonna put the pen down for a minute," and then they never picked it back up. I've been through a lot in these last 10 years, and I never took a break. I never said I'm gonna stop. No matter what I'm going through, I always get up and then go at it again. Like you feel me? No grind, no shine. And so, to a newer artist, I would say be consistent. Like consistently keep going. Don't stop. And and that's what beats all. Like, you know what I mean?
That's dope. That's dope. Like I said, man. Like I said, you're very consistent. Like you can tell that you put a lot of work in. You take a lot of time in your craft.
Yeah.
So, so what's your like creative process like when you're writing a new piece? Like what goes on like in your mind? Like how do you come up with it and stuff like that?
Well, usually when I'm writing a new piece, like it's usually starts in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like at any given time, I can have three or four pieces going on in my head at one time. Like and it's just a structure, right? So I may be walking around for like a month with a piece in my head, just structuring out, knowing what I want to talk about. Boom, 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 and then when I feel the urge, I start writing. And basically, when I start writing, that's when like the razzle dazzle come. I put the metaphors, punchlines, triple and double entendres, like you know what I mean, similes, all that in it. But for the most part, by the time I start writing, I already got the structure of the piece in my head that I wanted the direction to go. I write in three stanzas. So with a bridge in between. So I'll write a stanza, and then about a certain topic, and then I start transitioning over to another stanza, and then about a certain topic, then another stanza, and then just put it all together, and then make it my poem. And that's how I memorize. I memorize by the stanzas of the poem, and then bring it all together. So yeah,
That's dope. That's dope. Like I said, man, that's fire that you mentioned. That's dope. I like your whole process. That's tough. So like
appreciate that.
I said, you did a lot of performances, and a lot of people can't perform. It's like it's not. It might look easy, but it's hard. To be real, it's kind of hard.
Yeah,
So how do you
yeah.
mentally prepare for a performance and like getting ready to like showcase your ability to strangers, the people that don't know you at all?
Oh
Like,
man, like so it starts like a lot of people like, oh, they be at home practicing, but to me it starts when I walk in the door. You know what I mean? So when I feature, I get to the venue when the audience is there. I look at the audience, the demographic, like okay, these are like 70% of the room is black women over the age of 40, right? And then there's some men scattered around and some younger people scattered around. So I know like that demographic of women, they want to hear relationship, love, or spirituality. Talk about God, talk about a relationship, or talk about being in love. You know what I mean? Or whatnot. Say I walk in a room full of a bunch of like, 20 in the 20s and early 30s. I know they want to hear more revolutionary, fight the power, self love, esteem, and self, and things of that nature. Like comp motivational. They want to hear that. Younger people, they want to hear more of a testimony. They want to hear more of the struggle. Like, you know what I'm saying? They want to hear you like, yo, this is where I'm from, but they want you to bar it up too. You feel me? And so when I walk in, so when I that's the first thing I do when I walk into a room. And then when I decide, all right, I'm gonna do this piece, I step to the side, I say a little prayer to myself. I always thank God that he put me in another room to be able to touch different people. If it's one or 1,000, just hopefully my word reaches somebody. You know what I mean? I make sure that I got some type of nerves because nerves is what pushes you. And then I do my thing. Like, you know what I mean?
fact, that's tough. That's fire, man. I like how you broke that down. Like you say, you walk in there, you just notice the crowd. You know who you gotta you got who you gotta basically who you gotta feel me, who you trying to get for sure. So
Yeah.
do you feel like it's necessary for every artist to have a positive message? Like whether you're a rapper, singer, or like poet, or
Like, what do you mean when you say positive message?
well, I'm gonna say good message. I ain't gonna say positive. Do you feel like it's necessary for every artist to have a good message? Period. Since you a spoken word
Uh,
with a good message.
I mean, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? It's a tricky question because, like, I feel like every artist should have like be true to their message. Like you feel me? Like whether that's bad or good, every artist should be true to their message. Like if yo if you got a message about growing up in the trenches, like you know what I'm saying, and you and it's been nothing but bad. Like all you know is selling drugs, killing people, and all that other stuff. You telling your story, like you know what I'm saying. Then stand on like you know what I'm saying, come true, come as you. Like you feel me? I'm not one of them like artists that's like I get up in the morning and I listen to some Dirk, like or some Vaughn or some Bake, like you know what I'm saying? Like if it's true to you, then stand on it. Like you feel me? So I ain't really anti. I'm anti-fake. Like, don't take somebody else's life or don't talk about something you don't live. Because there's enough people out here that is living it. You know what I mean? Or whatnot. But I believe in duality as well. For every drill rapper, like that, like for every King Von, there's a J. Cole. Like, you know what I mean? And even if like they not popular, but you can find conscious music. Like gospel rap is super popular. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta you know what I mean? You gonna if you be true to yourself, you gonna touch your demographic. You know what I mean?
I feel
So
that, man. I like how you show love to both of the sides, the good and bad. I like that, respect that.
Yeah, yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Like I mean, you'll be fooled like to like you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying glorify the streets or anything like that. Like you feel me, but I like tell your story. You know what I mean?
It's
Tell
all
your
art.
story. Yeah, it's like tell your story. Like you know what I mean. It's a your message is gonna touch somebody. You know, it's a kid. It's a kid that's it's a kid like in some little urban city somewhere that's going through the same thing you going through, but they ain't made it as far as you made it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think like your message always like this is what it is. I mean, this is what it was, but I took lemons and made lemonade, and this is what it is. You feel
Okay.
me? So yeah.
I respect that, man. That's definitely dope. I like how you just judge an artist by their art. You respect everybody art. That's fire.
Yeah, like as long as it's like put some type of talent, like you know what I mean, put effort into it. I check you out, like you know what I mean, and it ain't gotta be like you know what I'm saying. It ain't gotta be like be like power to the people and we
Yeah,
all content. It ain't gotta be like you know what I'm saying. Sometimes I'm in my like music is an energy, like you feel me. Sometimes I'm in an aggressive energy. Sometimes I want it like you know what I'm saying, like bang out, like you feel me. Everything ain't always like flutes and violins and all that. Like you know what I'm saying. So it's an energy that you got to be in.
'cause I know, like I said, man, you're a legendary spoken word artist from Chicago. And I know you know how Chicago is. You've been there probably most of your life. I'm
Yes,
assuming.
sir.
So how
Yeah,
has
yeah.
Chicago made you the man and spoken word artist you are today?
Well, I'm blessed, right? I'm blessed from when I grew up and where I grew up, right? Um so I grew up I'm an 80s baby, you feel me? And so I grew up in a world where street marketing was really really prevalent, right? Street marketing was like you got to get out on the streets and you got to hustle. I grew up in an era where people used to hustle CDs out of their trunk. Master P, he went platinum in the streets before he had the deal, right? Like I grew up in that, like Bump J and them and all that three piece. They used to be like running around pumping their music in the streets, right? So I saw the hustle in the streets and when I was young. But then it transferred the hustle became came to the internet, and I was still young enough to be able to transition over, so I kind of got both. I got the internet knowledge, right? I'm not like one of these people like, oh, how you work this key. No, I be hustling my artistry on the internet, but also I got the origin, the background of getting out in the streets and going to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
um so and then Chicago is one of them places where we're oversaturated with talent, which is a great thing. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you may go to a hip hop open mic and hear a song that could be number one in the country. And you know what I'm saying? Like it's so much dope talent here. So you gotta try to be the best. You know what I mean? Like and that's why I rock with you so heavy. I remember when you first came out to my open mic, you know what I'm saying? And I talked to you, the young Pat introduced me to you, and you was just like, hey, I'm just trying to get this rapping thing started. And like literally a couple months later, you was everywhere. You was hustling, you was getting it, you was grinding, you was pushing, you had dope songs out. I was like, my man, killing it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, but you was also killing it on the internet side. So you was doing both the street marketing and the social media marketing. Like, you know what I mean? And they don't make them like that no more. That's so I love the city we in. Like we got a good platform to be able to do both. You know?
for sure, man. So what you got? That's love. I appreciate the flowers and like you said, it was dope. I like how you broke the CD thing down and the
Yeah,
internet on the streets because that's you definitely gotta have both these days. You gotta know both.
yeah,
So my next question for you is like, what do you got coming up next? Do you got any more performances coming up, and have you been writing any more pieces?
yeah, yeah. I just so I do a lot of as far as writing, yeah, I just wrote a piece like a couple days ago. Um, and I do ghostwriting too. So like you know what I mean? So I be doing my thing on that because like sometimes like I'm inspired to write stuff that don't really apply to me. Like I say, you got to be true to yourself. So I
Yeah.
may write something and then be like, "Oh, this would be dope for blah blah blah." You know what I mean? And then send it over. So I do a lot of writing. Things I got coming up. I'm booked in the next week, 2 weeks alone. This Friday, I'm booked in Rosemont, and then I'm doing a conference out there, and then Saturday I got something called Bronzeville Summer Nights
Okay.
that I'm doing. And then next week, like I think Thursday, no Monday I got a I'm doing like this freestyle. It's like these people hit me up where they want me to come and like freestyle on their channel in studio. It's like they got a microphone and all that. That looks super dope. I'm gonna let you know because you definitely should get on there. It's fire. Or if you ain't already been on there. Um, then after that, I got right about now Friday and Saturday, and then I leave for Houston to Monday, and then I'm in Houston from Monday to Friday, and then Friday I fly to Vegas, and then after Vegas I fly. I leave. I'm back home. Then I got a bunch of shows in Chicago, and then I fly back to Vegas again. You know what I mean, to do another show. So yeah. So that's like in my next couple weeks.
And you going crazy, man. Keep doing your thing, man. Keep staying
No grind, no shine.
consistent. Man, I'm glad you came on. Definitely appreciate your time, man. Keep killing them. You're a legend in my eyes. Love, man.
Thank you,
Appreciate you.
King. Thank you. All right, peace, King.